Good morning everyone, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess to do your What's Cracking for Tuesday. Okay, so today I don't have any appointments, I'm having the day off. I'm going to do a little bit of gardening, then I'm off to the beach. So I'm very much in beach mode at the moment. I haven't been out at all to the beach this year. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. And it's really hot in here already and it's only like 6 a.m. So I dread to think how hot it's going to get today. If you are interested in a personal reading with me, following me on Facebook, all under the Aussie Goddess, all the details are below. And I'm now on TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn and Twitter. So you can find me pretty much everywhere now. We have the Two of Wands coming through. That's quite interesting. I'll see how that fits into the reading. I will go live on YouTube on Wednesdays, Instagram on Fridays at this stage, although I am thinking of shuffling that round a little bit. Life coaching, I have a few positions opened up now if you're interested in doing life coaching with me. And please check out my life coaching channel. I don't have much up there at the moment, and it will be something I will be building on because it's a passion along with all my other passions. All right, I'm going to use the Golden Tarot this morning for your reading. Okay, so we have the Seven of Swords coming out. Another guy that doesn't get a lot of good feedback, let's say. The Seven of Swords is a card that talks about trying to get away with something. Now, on his good side, he is a strategist. He's trying to work out how to do something in a very low-key way. He's trying to steal away from a camp with 7 swords. Whether he is thieving them or taking them back is always the argument with this card. But it can sometimes show when someone's not talking, if they've ghosted you, if they've sort of snuck away without giving you a reason why. It can often signify those sort of energies. At his worst, it could be that someone is trying to get away with something with you. It could be that someone is stealing from you or taking something without your knowledge. Sometimes comes up with like intellectual property, like stealing intellectual property. So remember, the swords are always about our thoughts, our ideas, and communication. So stealing away with communication. Feel like someone's ghosted you here. When I get this Knight of Cups coming up, I'm like, yeah, you've been ghosted for sure. Somebody said to me once, what does ghosted mean? Okay, if you haven't been ghosted before or you just didn't know what it was called. Ghosted is, like somebody leaving your life without actually giving you an explanation why. So all of a sudden your phone is blocked, your social media might be blocked. You may not have any way of contacting the person to ask them why, which is the intention of ghosting, going without a trace. There was some sort of offer coming in here. I feel maybe you made an offer to someone and then they ghosted you. That's probably what I'm getting the most from this card, was that there was some sort of offer made. Somebody offered up something, and I feel that somebody just did a runner here. I feel like this intention was good. I think you've given somebody a bit of a scare. Sort of this energy of someone running from something because they're not really sure how to accept that cup. All right, so we have the Star here. And the Star talks about destiny. It talks about the future. It talks about healing and having faith and trust. So I feel like here when I look at this, there's some sort of energy of not only this being a destined event, but also this energy of having to heal yourself through this situation. And also, of course, more than anything else, there is the energy of having faith and trust that the universe will bring something round, fully round. Let's just keep going. Okay, we have Temperance. All right, could be dealing with a water sign here, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Someone, or maybe even both of you, have been really working towards this energy of the Temperance card, which is very much about the healing energy, bringing things back into balance, but it's also about divine timing. And if you've been through this process, there may be some healing that's needed to happen for you to both be in alignment with each other, because there's some sort of energy here of being back in alignment. Doesn't necessarily mean alignment with each other, because I often we think that, you know, when we have situations like this, that we need closure, but we don't need closure. We can find our own closure just by understanding our own value. If somebody sort of walked away from an offer that you've made, in theory, unless they've moved away because you've done something really dodgy, that might be enough for you to understand your own value and heal and move on your way. But I feel like whoever this is here, now I can get a little bit further into this with this story, whoever this is who's, I believe, walked away, has also created something beautiful within you. And I guess this is the thing with a lot of these journeys, is we tend to look at the sadness of losing someone instead of looking at what we gained from that. And a lot of us gain a lot because we start to really dig in amongst ourselves and do our own healing, which is obviously the journey you've been on. I feel very strongly here, whoever this person is, has had trouble seeing past this energy. So you're dealing with someone who's found this very, very hard to let go of. But I feel here that you have also found it hard, but you have worked very diligently with your own energies to improve who you are as a person. Because there's a lot of beauty in the Queen of Cups. There's very much the energy of intuition, loving, kindness. There's also this card of stability, which could mean, in effect, that this is bringing you to a much more stable place in your life. And maybe you've left this sort of conflict behind and this pain of the past behind now. So let's have a look at what's going on. The past. Six of Cups coming through. Okay, so the Six of Cups is a card that talks about nostalgia. It talks about remembering, going back to the past. Now, I always say healthy going back to the past is that glimpse every now and again to have a think about, you know, that summer in wherever it was, whatever year, hundreds of years ago, when you had a really good time and this is what happened. That's a good glimpse at the past. If you're sitting there sort of with a microscope going over everything that happened in the past that brought you around to now, sometimes that's not so healthy. You don't want to get stuck there. It's all right to go back and glimpse, but then you need to let it go. The Six of Cups is about remembering the past, but it's also about not living in the past. It's leaving the past behind with fond memories. So I feel like something here happened in this past that you're still revisiting and finding it perhaps hard to let it go or leave it behind. Okay, so we have the Chariot card coming through here, which seems to be making a lot of appearances in cards. We do have the Devil energy coming through here. So we have Capricorn and Cancer being represented here with the Ten of Pentacles. There is something holding somebody back here, and it's got something to do with their past. Now, sometimes when we go through this energy of leaving something behind, there's a normal sort of grieving period. We all go through a grieving period where we have to look at, you know, what's happened, understand our part in the whole thing, which is really important, regardless of whether you think you did the wrong thing or not. You still have to understand your part. But what I see here is someone who's unable to move forward and unable to reach abundance because they're locked in to this past energy. It's not healthy being locked in here or chained to your past. You become a slave to your past. And I feel like the universe is trying to move you forward, but you're constantly locked in the memory of a person or a situation, and you're blocking your blessings here. All right, so the universe advice is to cut it out, move forward, enjoy your life, enjoy the day, enjoy who you are, appreciate yourself as a person. And look at this, Justice card, and that will cut out karma for you. So going back and sitting in the negative energy or sitting in this heavy energy of your past and is not only locking you back into reliving something more than once, it's also stopping you from getting your blessings in the future. And there is a very strong sort of energy here that you are not completing a cycle because of this, which means karma is still waiting to complete. There is something you now need to let go of. You've done what you need to do. You've resolved the energy. You've gone through the lessons. It's time to let go. And I feel here with this Sun card, there's very much this energy of, standing in your truth and accepting whatever happened, but also being able to let it go now. All right, so we have the Three of Wands. Yeah, be future focused. Yes, let go of the anxiety. Eight of Wands. So if you're sitting there wondering when things are going to change, whether this person is going to come back, whether the energy of, perhaps reuniting with this person, any of those things are possible. Of course they're possible. But it's like you've locked yourself into the energy of waiting, which is slowing down your abundance. You could do one of two things here. Actually, you've got three things you can do. You can stay where you are and stay locked in the past, which means you aren't growing, you aren't learning, you aren't moving forward. So therefore cannot move into this energy of abundance. You could choose to move forward, forget what's happened in the past, let it all go, and walk into this Sun energy, which is absolutely beautiful. Or the universe is saying here, you can take action. And that is the thing that most people are, I want to say, wary of or frightened of, taking action. Because sometimes I say to people, have you told this person how you feel? Have you told this person, have you spoken to this person about, how angry you are, or whether you need to say something in some way, shape or form? And admittedly, some people can't get in touch with that person because they've got themselves completely blocked. But are they? They may not respond, but at least you can express yourself, which may release you from this bondage that's keeping you stuck in this energy. If you don't know where the person is, then you are better off just to fold it up and push it away, move on. Because you might be like this for the rest of your life. Like, really, is that how you want to live your life? I feel like for many of you here, the universe is strongly urging you to move forward, regardless of what the outcome is in the future. You don't need to know what's going to happen in the future. You can just let it go and just coast. Just go with the flow. Go with the movement and the energy of the universe. Because there will be some communication in the future. Don't hang on to that. Don't hang on to that energy. I'm just saying, trust the universe. Trust that the universe has got your back. Somebody's walked away and maybe left you with no answers. And people say, but I need closure. No, you don't. Find your own closure. While you're hanging on, you're lowering your own value. Remember who you are. Let it go. There was some sort of offer made in the past, and I feel like somebody walked away from that. They may have run very, very quickly. There's a fear here. But it may have been some sort of strategy so they didn't have to deal with it. Here we go. Faith, trust, healing, all here in this card. I feel like you're bringing yourself into balance now, and you're probably at a really good point in your life where you're feeling healthy self-love. You may be already starting to be quite intuitive, really tuned into this whole energy. But there's this energy here also that you've left some sort of conflict behind and you're finding stability here. So maybe this is the time now to review it. If you have to keep rehashing it, if you have to keep going over it, if you keep thinking about it, if it's something that doesn't leave you, then maybe consider that it's taking up a lot of your energy. A lot of your energy. Either let it go or take action. Ten of Swords, there you go, let it go. Judgment, wow, there you go. All right, let me tell you. I have the Ten of Swords coming through, which implies that this is the end of a cycle. You need to let go of the negative thinking, the beating yourself up, the going over what you did, what you didn't do, letting all that go. Because there is a rebirth here. Now, this can be you rebirthing yourself into a better version after going through all the healing. It can be you welcoming in a new day and choosing to accept yourself as you are and move forward. Because there is love in your future here. But you see, you're blocking your blessings. So love is waiting to come back in. But unless you let go of this situation, you're not going to get love. Now, for some of you, this may be brand new love coming in here. And maybe this person won't walk away. Maybe they will love you as you deserve. Maybe they will appreciate. But something here is coming in for you or is waiting on your doorstep. And you've got the door closed here because you're tied to your past, unable to let the energy go. You will get communication from this person. There will be communication, even if it's just to finish things off. I feel like whoever this person is has been holding back here, but they will speak up. But it won't be enough because it's only a page. So you might get an apology, you might get something to close this off. But maybe you won't get what you've been waiting for. Maybe you won't have a future with this person. All of those things you have to take into consideration. But it doesn't mean you won't love again. Whew. All right, the thinking woman is coming out here. And even if you're a man, you can quite gracefully accept the thinking woman. This card shows a woman holding a book standing before a staircase, ready to lead you to a higher understanding. This woman could be a friend who helps you express and understand your feelings, or she could be a teacher brought to your life at this time to take you in a new direction. This could also be a new love interest, someone who is thoughtful, conscious and aware. The card could also represent a side of yourself that's ready to blossom and bring clarity and assistance to the world. If so, find your voice and let your wisdom shine. Wow, if that wasn't clarification of a reading, I'm not sure what is. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.